Hello everyone, and welcome to your Friday Royal reading. I have to say, some days are easier to read on than others. Some days I breeze through the readings. I really look forward to do the readings most of the time. Let's put it that way, most of the time. Then there are days like today where I feel heart sore and sick, and the energy is so heavy. It's difficult to stand here, and I always stand when I do these readings, to stand at the tarot table. You can see a new deck on the tarot table. It happened to arrive today. Coincidentally, it is the Black Tarot. The Black Tarot. It arrived today, and a very interesting coincidence, because of course Meghan has outdone herself by taking a private jet to Texas in her skinny jeans and her skinny t-shirt and her black bra and her nylon weave, with her camera crew, whether it was her own camera crew or banking on the fact that there was going to be a camera crew there waiting for her in Texas to exploit, my opinion, the suffering of those people who have suffered things that I cannot even begin to imagine or comprehend. And so today's reading is going to be using the Black Tarot, and we are going to look and see what's up with this, whose idea it was, how she really feels, how black is her soul. My opinion, tarot reading. This is not entertaining, but in theory it is for entertainment purposes. How black is her soul? What was the involvement of Netflix in this? Some people say it was a Netflix crew trailing around. Some people say it was just photographers she hired, or she was using photographers already there on the scene. And allegedly she's merching these photos, she's selling them. Teresa Longo fans came out and said she's selling them, among others, to OK magazines. I want to know about that. I want to know how public opinion in the US has changed because of this, if it has changed, how people felt going into this, how they felt about her going into this, how they feel about her now. I see on the Daily Mail, the last time I looked, there was something like 24,000 comments, and they were not flattering comments about Meghan, but that's the UK mostly. So she lost the UK a long time ago. This is just adding to the horror and outrage, indignation, contempt that people feel for Meghan Markle. But in the US, there seems to be quite a social media battle. Some people saying she was within her rights to go. Other people saying it was absolutely despicable. I know which camp I'm in. I know which camp the vast majority of you are in. But let's see what the Black Tarot has to tell us about US public opinion as a result of this. So 7-card reading. And I want to know also, just generally, if this is her tower moment, if this is the moment where Meghan Markle really loses her connection with the public. It's been around for a while. We've all seen it coming, that tower moment. Is this it? Or is there something else coming that's going to be worse for her? Perhaps Tom Bauer's book, perhaps someone finally speaking out about bullying, that kind of thing. This is pretty bad, in my opinion. But is this the one? This is the one that's going to sink her ship, bring her down, all for her own doing too. She can't turn around and blame the royal family for this. That's for sure. If it goes the way it could go. Just slide these cards up. I have literally just unpacked the deck, shuffled a lot beforehand. I haven't even really looked at the cards. So this is a learning experience for me. I don't normally do this, just open a fresh pack of cards and start reading. But they arrived in the middle of all of this. Felt very opportune to me. And what has come out, I actually feel nauseous when I see this card. This is the underlying energy. The card that I was talking about, the Tower. It's in the reverse. It could be the Tower of all towers. I'm spooked. I really am spooked. But that is what has come out as the underlying energy of this reading, the Tower in reverse. Very spooky deck. So let's get on with it. A signifier for the situation right now, for this whole I don't even know what to call it, this situation, a signifier for the situation. We get the three of spheres, which would be the Three of Pentacles in a normal Rider-Waite tarot deck. This is based on the Rider-Waite. I did establish that. The Three of Spheres, the Three of Pentacles, that is, of course, a collaboration. It is working with people, cooperating with people, teamwork, building something together, really. The Three of Pentacles, the Three of Spheres, but it's in the reverse. This is not teamwork. This is ego. This is me, 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 me. And my working title for this reading is Despicable Megain. It's Despicable Megain. Really going against probably what people have advised her to do, saying it's not a good idea. This is my personal opinion, tarot reading. And going against what her team is advising her to do and saying, oh no, this is my Princess Di moment. And she's done it before. She has history with this. She's done it in South Africa. It offended me deeply then when she turned up at the memorial of the place where a girl was brutally murdered in South Africa. So she has history. She's done it before. A lot of people are saying, well, Catherine did it. Very different circumstances, not filmed, didn't sell the photos. It happened to be a situation that she herself had been in London, and I personally have been in London when I was much younger, alone, single, working in London, coming home late at night. Relatable. And this, very different, very, very different. So whose brilliant idea was this? Whose genius idea was this? To get on a private plane, a jet, and get going. Really is grisly, this tarot deck, I have to say, but it's the Three of Swords. It's not a person that's showing up in the Three of Swords. It is the card of heartbreak. We've got two threes here, very interestingly, in this reading so far, which is teams, other people. There was someone else in this situation who said, this is a genius idea, off you go. And it was noticeable that she was there, escorted around by that, is it Mandana Dayani? I can't remember her name. Somebody who seems to be very in with Meghan, who almost seems to be more powerful than Meghan. She seems to personally hire a lot of the staff that are on the payroll, allegedly, of Archewell Foundation, the Archewell Foundation. But this woman was invited to the Megain wedding, whereas the Harkles were not, or claimed that they were, but didn't want to go. She seems to be very influential. She seems to be all over the place, and her energy is the one that's coming through. Actually, I've never done a reading on her. I'm only very vaguely aware of her as a phenomenon in the Harkle sphere. But her energy coming here, because we've got threes. There seem to be people who say, no, bad idea. Probably the more sensible ones, because that's Pentacles, Spheres. And then we've got this Three of Swords. Someone else's idea that this might be, go and show your grief, go and show your sorrow, go and climb on this bandwagon. It will help your the predicament that you are in. Allegedly, my opinion, reading tarot cards, of course, for entertainment purposes. Her energy, I'm not getting Meghan's energy as Meghan thought this up herself. I'm not getting Harry's energy. I'm not getting actual PR people. I think actual PR people said, hell no, don't do that. Just like any sensible person would say, stay at home. If you want to, light a candle, say a prayer, hug your children, do what normal people are doing right now. But don't go and thrust yourself into this situation where you don't belong and you are not welcome. You have no right to be there, really. And I'm not going to rant and rave about it. I know plenty of other people have. Not the energy that I personally am feeling right now. Let's see how Meghan herself actually views it. Her energy, what's coming out, the Four of Swords. Interesting card, very female, this card, which is not normally. The Four of Swords is the retreat, the hiding away card, the defeat card, reputation ruined card, wanting to slink away and lick your wounds. I think she would rather not have been there. which is quite interesting. This card has come up again. It came up in the reading that I think it was the reading that I did about the polo and her antics at the polo. But anyway, it came up in whatever readings I was doing yesterday. I'm very tired. It's been a very long day. I've got a huge weekend ahead of me in my own little world. So apologies if I can't actually pinpoint the reading, but I know this card has come up. It is Megan. Megan's reputation in tatters, Meghan defeated, Meghan needing to actually slink away and take some time out from being so in the public eye because it's not working. Whatever she's trying to do, it is not working. That is her energy and that's her view of this. So this was not her idea. This was not saying, me, I need to get out there and show my face or show my black bra, or whatever it is that she was showing. She did it. She went along with the idea, but I think it was someone else's idea. And she herself seems to be aware at last that she's in free fall in terms of popularity, in terms of influence, in terms of what is going on with her. We have the Tower as the underlying energy of this reading. It's a very negative reading from her point of view, interestingly. So let's see how Netflix feels about this. Were there Netflix cameras there? People don't seem to be sure. Some people are saying hired photographers. Some people are saying just using people who were there, actually knew they would be there, or hanging around waiting for people to show up. How does Netflix feel about this, their involvement? What do they think about it? Ace of Swords, they think it's a terrible idea. Terrible idea. Hell no. There's my hell no energy, that which was in that Three of Pentacles, Three of Spheres in reverse. This is the hell no on steroids card, the Ace of Swords in reverse. Terrible idea. Ace of Swords is a brand new idea, a genius idea. Very clear, very decisive, very incisive. This is the way I'm going to go now. This is my thought processes. This is what I'm going to manifest, what I'm going to act on. They are saying, oh no, oh no, oh no. To me, as a tarot reader, again, just my opinion, they were not involved. They thought this was a terrible idea. Don't do this. If they were consulted, don't do it. The do it came from someone else. Very bad piece of advice from that someone else, in my opinion. And so tell us, please, if about the alleged sale of the pictures, the photos to OK magazine and other similar. What's going on with that? We get the Seven of Spheres in reverse. It's a money card. It's an absolute money card. The Seven of Spheres is investments. Where you put your money, where you put your effort. It's taking stock. It's saying, how much have I got? Do I have enough to last into my retirement, to see me through? Has it all been worth it, the effort that I've put in? And when we get the reverse of this card, it has not been worth it. It's a failed investment. She does not feel financially secure, that's for sure. But also, possibly it wasn't worth it. Perhaps the money being offered for these photos is not what she thought it would be. Whoever advised her very poorly, again, my opinion, because it's financially not going to be worth it. It's going to be a waste of effort. That trip on a private plane, whoever stumped up the money for the plane or lent the plane or whatever, it's all been a waste. Absolute waste. I'm delighted to see that card personally. Extremely pleased to see that card, just as I was after I got over my shock to see the Tower card hanging around there, underpinning all of these cards. It couldn't happen to a more deserving candidate, in my opinion. Of course, the father in hospital still, just down the road, could have gotten her car and driven with her bodyguards. She could have done that North Korean stunt and had them running beside the car if she wanted to get to see her father. Didn't do that. Got on the plane, went to Texas instead. Yeah. So how was people's opinion of her in the US, specifically before this stunt? What were they thinking about her? And we get the King of Spheres in reverse. Interesting. Not thinking very highly of her. The King of Spheres is the King of Pentacles. We've got all the money cards coming out, the swords and the money cards, which tells its own tale, really, this tarot reading. The King of Spheres is a Prince Harry energy, earth sign, man, a leader. But it's in the reverse. Business plans that have failed, bad leadership, bad business decisions, a bad temper, a sort of a sulky, grumpy energy, Prince Harry. But not not being solid, not being stable, not being a good leader, not making deals falling through. They see it. They were seeing it then. So they did not have a high opinion of her. They did not have a high opinion of her relationship with her prince, her king of spheres. They saw through all the deals, the Netflix, the Spotify, and all the rest of it, all falling apart, all disintegrating. Not impressed. Not impressed. How do they see her now? What is the outcome of this stunt? And we get the Knight of Wands in reverse. Publicity stunt gone wrong. Knight of Wands is literally a publicity stunt. It's funny, it's the card when I first cut this deck open and took the cards out and started shuffling them. This is the first card that came out that I noticed in the black and the darkness. The Knight of Wands, a very Meghan Markle energy. It is PR stunts. It's literally what she did. The Knight of Wands is that impulsive energy. I'll show up. I know what. I'll show up. Oh, rah, rah, look at me. And light a few fires and then disappear. That's what the Knight of Wands does. Knight of Wands in reverse, they really didn't appreciate this. They see it. They see it as a publicity stunt. They see it as false. They see it as just drama for the sake of drama. It's a pretense. And they see it. So nobody is buying this, nobody is fooled by this, and nobody likes it, nobody appreciates it. And we have, as I keep saying, the underlying energy of this is the Tower card in reverse. This is bad. This is a bad moment for Meghan. And I would say it's going to get worse from here on out, because she really has summoned some very bad energy with the stunt. Very bad energy. That was my first thought when I heard about this, and I heard about it just as I uploaded the readings yesterday. There it was in the Daily Mail. And my first thought was not the outrage and the whatever that a lot of people experience. My first thought was that, and I'm going to go a little tinfoil hat thing here, we are food. Our energy is food for people, beings, spirits, energies that are not incarnate, that are not of this material world, but our energy feeds them. What's his name? The Far Horizons guy, Far Journeys guy, the out of body. I can't think of his name right now. It'll come back to me as soon as I stop this reading. But Loosh, Hemisync guy. Somebody will put it in the comments, hopefully. He's not the only one who has this theory that we are food. Our energy, our thoughts are food for some pretty sinister beings out there, and who congregate and hover around misfortune and unpleasantness. And it struck me that she was literally doing that in the flesh. She was showing up at a place of sorrow, a place of grief, to feed on that energy. And we need to start doing that. You're inviting very, very dangerous energy into your presence. And I think that she had really, and I'm getting a really unpleasant feeling as I'm saying this, she's picked the wrong team, and she's playing with some very, very, very dangerous energy now. She always has been, in my opinion. This is all my opinion, just a tarot reading, but this is my opinion. She has really now invited darkness into her world. And thank you for watching, and thoughts with all of you. I don't want to dwell on the subject matter of this reading anymore. And I also want to tell you that I'm going to be in and out, mostly out, over the next few days until the end of the month, basically. I've got my little concert going on. I've got a lot to do. I've got a lot of traveling to do as well in the next few days. I might only really be back with you around Tuesday. So take care, stay safe, everyone. Lots of love and strength in this very difficult time. And see you when I see you.